Now at 10, an ABC4 News exclusive, 22 personalities. Personalities that some say a woman developed to protect herself from years of horrific abuse, including satanic rituals. The night team's Kimberly Nelson introduces us to Jenny Hill, the woman with 22 personalities.
It's something out of a nightmare, satanic rituals and human sacrifices. But this nightmare is real for Jenny Hill. It's a secret that's been burning inside of her since she was a little girl.
Naked, tied to a cross when you're young. And mine was, I was first born 6 years old and I qualified.
Jenny's story of satanic ritual abuse is documented in Judy Byington's new book, 22 Faces.
She had been sexually abused and ritually abused as a very young child. And so she had these different multiple personalities that anytime she got into a stressful situation, they would take over her mind and body.
Her first altered personality was born at the age of 4. That's when Jenny says her father, a devout Mormon, began doing the unthinkable.
And he went and told me that he loved me over my mother. There's your secret.
It was a couple of years later when the satanic ritual abuse began. More personalities were born to help her deal with the sexual abuse and torture.
It's like she knows she's being abused, but she doesn't feel the abuse. Because these altars are holding, the pain of that.
Jenny didn't remember the abuse. All she knew was that she would lose time. Until one day she woke up in a Utah psychiatric hospital, confused. Dr. Weston Whatcott treated her.
If this were not real with her, she deserves 17 Academy Awards.
In that time, Whatcott says he witnessed several of Jenny's alter personalities.
Entirely different voice, voice changes, accents, body language, totally changed.
He also noticed those personalities come out in her writings. Much like her childhood diaries, her adult journals allowed the personalities to speak out and reveal what really happened to little Jenny. Still, Jenny wasn't convinced that she actually had 22 different personalities until one day Whatcott videotaped a session and played it back to her.
She was so fascinated by that. She was like a little teeny kid. She got down on her hands and knees and climbed up, and her face was about that close to the TV screen. She couldn't believe that that was her.
Whatcott says that was a real turning point for Jenny. She finally felt safe to tell her story, and with that, even more horrors came to surface, including the time she claims she witnessed a human sacrifice.
I was tied up and then they would do the same thing to her then to me. And when it got to a certain point of the ceremony, the pain was so extreme that she cried hysterically, and I didn't cry. I didn't moan, I didn't groan, I didn't make a noise like I was trained to.
Jenny says on that day, June 21st, 1965, she saw that little girl who cried out, killed. And she would have been next, but she says she was saved by divine intervention.
Jenny said she saw the feet of a man, the bare feet of a personage in the white light, because she was laying on the altar and it was right above her. And it broke up the ceremony.
Jenny thought she was all alone in those memories. But before Jenny's mother, Mercy Hill, passed away, she admitted in a secretly recorded conversation that she was involved in the satanic rituals and saw the same light that saved Jenny.
You talked a little bit about the white light. Is there anything about that you can tell me?
I don't know. I can't remember too much about it either, but it seemed like there was white light up kind of away from us, and it shone down.
And did you see anything in the light?
It was just so brilliant.
That being said, just before this story was to make air, I received a call from Jenny's sister who claims this abuse never happened. Reporting in the studio, Kimberly Nelson, ABC4 News 19.